Since a very early age, I've always had a strange fascination for video cameras. I've never fully understood how you can get a picture or a video, take it, and then store it on something as small as this. Like, where does the video go in order to be the size of this, and then how can you get it back off this? It's something that I've never really been able to get my head over, because when you actually sit down and think about it, it seems like an impossible thing to do. My first ever phone was a Sony Ericsson W800, and it had a 2 megapixel camera on the back, and I used that to record my first ever video. It wasn't anything special, it was just a combination of different roller coaster videos, and then I combined them all into one and made it into a little commercial type thing. My parents noticed that I really liked making videos, and they decided to give me their old camcorder that they used when I was a child to record us when we went on holiday. Back in the day when tapes were still being used, I actually made my first ever short film, Jackass 3, using that camcorder. And it is important to note that there were only 2 Jackass films at the time, and yes, I had seen them. In this film I did 11 different stunts, starting from very mild stunts and eventually getting to some pretty horrific ones. My favourite one actually being myself electrocuting my nipples while trying to play the piano. Actually saying it out loud makes me realise I had a really weird childhood. Don't question it, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I never shared the video with anyone, but I was honestly incredibly proud of it. It was the first thing I'd actually done and like edited all together, on tape mind you, know, all the cuts and all the little credits and all of that, and I thought it was amazing. Then I decided to make a second short film with my friend from high school, and this was called The Dark Half, and in this film I basically put on a mask that I found in my attic and it possessed me and I tried to kill everyone and I got shot at the end. It wasn't quite as good as I was hoping it would be, but you know, it was still quite an achievement for me at the time, and I still got it on tape to this day. After my short film phase, I actually started documenting myself a lot more. I really liked the idea of storing different memories on things like these, on tapes, on video cameras. So I started to film myself when I made music. Whenever I wrote a song, I'd record myself singing it, and
can you hear the sounds of my voice as I talk across the telephone?
Actually watching those videos back, it makes me realise just how bad I was at singing when I was about 11 years old. Oh my gosh, I am definitely better now, I do promise, I promise. I also got my sister to record me in my first ever live performance of a song that I'd written, and that was in 2013 at my high school Battle of the Bands. And that was the first and the last time I ever asked my sister to record something for me. It was about this time that I got into what is known as cubing, that is, all things Rubik's Cubes. I started to collect various different Rubik's Cubes and puzzles, and I decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel. So on the 27th of January 2011, I made Haribo41296, that is, this channel right here. And every time that I bought a new puzzle, I wanted to document it, and I wanted to store the memory of me initially opening this puzzle on camera and uploading it to YouTube for everyone else to see. And that's where it all started. The channel was really slow to begin with, and I got about 10 subscribers in like 3 months. It was ridiculously slow. But eventually, people started to pick up on it, and they started to join in. People started commenting on my videos, liking them, giving me suggestions, all those kind of things. And about a year later in 2012, I got my first ever HD camera. And that flip video Minnow HD is this thing right here. It's exactly the same size as that same mobile phone I used to make my first ever video, but instead of 2 megapixel camera, this thing can record 720p videos, and that just blows my mind, honestly. So suddenly I could document all these memories of myself cubing or, doing music or whatever. I could document it in basically what looked like real life, and that was one of the most wonderful things ever. Unfortunately, education started to cloud over my life. I had GCSEs, AS levels, and then A2 levels, so I had 3 years of basically non-stop exams, and actually stopped making YouTube videos for about 2 years or so. And then, once my A levels were finished, summer of 2015, I decided to come back to YouTube. I didn't want to do cubing videos initially because I'd kind of missed out on a lot of things that had happened in the community. When I stopped making videos in 2013, I had 700 subscribers, and then when I got back, I had over 200 times that much. It was so crazy. And I decided to buy some more cubes and give you guys what you really wanted. I also decided, since I was starting university at the University of Birmingham, that I would do some weekly vlogs to document my progress as I went through the first term. It wasn't really until I started doing this that I realised how much I really did enjoy doing vlogging videos. I find that every now and then I will go through my video list and I'll find a certain week of my first term of university and I'll just sit there and watch it and I'll relive the memory of making that video, and it's just one of the most amazing things that I can do. It's like looking through an old picture book and just finding some really nice pictures of, one of your fondest memories. So I decided that I would buy myself a new camera if I was going to be vlogging. So I bought myself this Sony HD Handycam, and it had a flippable screen so I could record myself as I was doing vlogs. And that's where it all started. I vlogged more and more, and then over the Christmas holidays after my first term, I made a video every single day for what is known as Vlogmas. So that was 12 days just before Christmas. And then after that, I just couldn't stop. I tried to make a video every single day for the rest of the holiday, and I almost did. I had a little break after New Year, and then it started again. I just can't get enough of it. I love making memories for myself, I love documenting what I'm doing, and I'll still go back and relive those memories for years and years to come. The thing is with vlogging though, I have certain expectations for myself, and the more vlogs I do, the more I get into it and the more I want to make them better and better quality. So I bought a new camera, this one that I'm using right now. It's a Lumix FZ200, and I also bought Final Cut Pro 10 with what I had left of my student loan. So now I basically only have enough money to skimp through the rest of this term, but honestly, for me it's worth it. And now, well, I'm going to try and make as many videos as I can, almost every day if possible, and just keep entertaining you guys while satisfying something really deep inside of me. I find that I'm not only making memories for myself, but I'm also communicating my life to all of you guys. And I really hope that you guys enjoy watching the videos as much as I enjoy watching them and making them as well. And that is why I make the videos that I do. Have a wonderful day, guys, and again, thank you so much for everything. You guys are the reason that I do what I do, so thank you. I'll see you soon.